may just be a few days before Christmas, but we still have a couple of last-minute holiday decorating tips for you. So joining us now is the founder of Fig and Dove. Colleen Waguespack was on with us earlier. Thank you for coming back.
No, thank you for having me.
And she's on her way to New Orleans to go to Commander's Palace.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Christmas traditions.
So.
So.
You like Naomi?
I like Naomi.
So
I love Naomi.
This is a gift from Matt to me, but I'll share it. Wine at 9.
Thank you.
We can do wine at 9 here in the living room.
Wine at 9 would be fun.
I love that. So, our pitiful Christmas tree, you've already made improvements. Last minute stuff that we can do that might be a little bit fresher than when people came over last year?
Well, something I always advise is when you're styling your tree to actually do it in layers. So if you've got a lot of one type of things, start with that. And actually, one trick of the trade is actually to put on the floral wire. So that way your ornaments don't end up hanging out on all the edges. If you actually don't rely on those little gold strings or those tiny little ornament hooks, and you just get a big piece of floral wire, you can actually really get them into the tree and create some depth.
And we're going to show you in our next segment, we're going to let you show us how to, you actually have put some of the balls on top of the branches.
That's right. And I think that's fun, because especially with a round ball, it kind of looks like it floated and landed there gracefully versus everything like hanging down and weighing down your branches.
I don't know if, Julia, if you've got the magazine cover to show us on this particular break, but you have a design that's on the cover of
Traditional Home Magazine.
Which is a design magazine, right?
That's a great, national design magazine.
And that's a living room you did right here in Baton Rouge.
That's a living room here in Baton Rouge, styled with Fig and Dove stockings, Fig and Dove everything on the tree. It's a home we're really proud of, and it's really how we started the business Fig and Dove, is our interior design clients were looking for Christmas style that actually was cohesive and complemented their home. And this actually is the first house we ever styled for Christmas about 8 years ago.
So before we get too deep into our visit, Fig and Dove is where?
Fig and Dove is actually based right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but we're also a website, so we sell nationally.
But you are on Essen?
Oh, on Essen Lane. Yeah, right across from our Lady of the Lake, next door to Benny's Car Wash, behind Ava Vietnamese Cuisine.
Now that tree looks so nice. Not this one, that tree in the magazine cover. But I have, as a family, little heirlooms and little pictures of my niece growing up and things like that. I don't think I could do a tree like that.
But you can. And that tree, if you look close up, actually really does actually still have all of their family heirlooms. So as a designer, what I tell people is, if you actually have a few cohesive base layers and you put those on first, evenly, one at a time, then afterward, when you pepper in all your personal collected Christmas ornaments, you'd be surprised. It actually adds another layer and the charm that it needs, and it still looks cohesive and a bit decorated.
So you can personalize it and still look classy.
You can. People don't believe me, so I take really close-up pictures of my own tree and put on my Instagram to show them far away what it looks like versus close-up, and to see that we still have the handmade paper ornaments and the little reindeer made out of popsicle sticks, and they live just as nicely as the Christopher Radko ornaments on our tree.
Wow. I want to talk about the doves when we come back in a little bit, and I want you to actually show us how to put some of these on our tree. And we'll do all of that. Can you stick around a little while?
I know
you got Commander's Palace waiting.
You should see me after a few milk punches. I'm a really good decorator.
We may or may not be here for the next one. I may jump in the car with you. All right, 9 News at 9, Wine at 9. We will be back in just a few minutes. Stay with us. Back with you on 9 News at 9 with Colleen Waguespack. Thank you so much for sticking around for a few minutes. Fig and Dove, Essen Lane. You're also an interior decorator, telling us some last minute things to do to the house before guests get here Saturday and Sunday. This is so cool. Now, Brad's last name is?
Burgoyne, Brad Burgoyne.
And he is a?
He is a sculptor right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
So the dove, I love the card. It says the worldwide symbol of peace, obviously, and then the back side of this says, the dove is a beautiful year-round reminder that hope remains no matter how turbulent the storm. Isn't that cool? So you were telling me that the people that decorate the tree decided they don't want to take the tree down, but they wanted to keep the dove up all year, so thus this little thing, right?
So we came out with these nice ornament stands for the number of people that had said, I received a gift of one of your beautiful acrylic doves or your cardinals, but I really actually would like to leave it out year-round. So we came out with this ornament stand as a way to
and I was being very gentle with this, and you said, I can't break it.
Can't break it. It's acrylic, which is really neat, because when we started the business, I said, well, my kids always want to hang the ornaments, and then they're breaking the ornaments, and then the whole Christmas, spirit of Christmas gets destroyed in the crying of the breaking of all that. So acrylic ornaments was on top of my list when we started a business where we designed our own Christmas decorations.
How cool is that?
And that is one of the first things we commissioned from local artist Brad Burgoyne.
Okay, so now show me this. I don't know if he's going to be able to get close to it, so keep your hands in one spot. But show me, you don't use the hooks and you don't use the little string.
Exactly. We like to put floral wire through. And the reason is because, number one, with your bigger ornaments, it's really nice to get depth and get them inside the tree. And number two, sometimes the better opportunity, the space or the gap that you're trying to fill with the ornament, sometimes it's actually better to put them.
No, it didn't break.
It didn't break.
It didn't
break. It's a Christmas miracle. But sometimes it's nice to actually put your ornament on top of the branch and not always have them hanging and dragging down from this direction. So the nice thing about the floral wire is, number one, it really adheres it to the tree,
right,
but it allows you to just pick the right spot and then just quickly thread it together. And then if your dog hits the tree or a kid hits the tree, then it's actually not going to break.
It didn't, not at all. I can't even break this.
Not all ornaments are acrylic, but see, it survives.
There you go. So
this,
that was your top of the tree ornament.
That we clearly did not put floral wire on.
Right, right.
We just propped this morning, but we do have an extra large dove for the top of the tree.
So what do you do to the house? Do you put something on, like some spices on the stove to make the house aromatic? Or, I mean, what kind of things can we do to warm up the house for guests?
Okay, well, a number of things. Number one.
Knowing that we want them to leave. They don't want to be too comfortable.
Right. There's always that.
Okay, go ahead.
But if you want to make it actually smell like Christmas, if we're using an artificial tree, you can, number one, there's some great Christmas candles. Big and Dove, we've got a winter white. Nest Candles also has a really great scent. There's a company called Time that has a great scented mist that you can spray. But I actually like to add fresh greenery, really, within the week of Christmas or within the week of a holiday party, actually add some live greenery into my artificial greenery. You can do that in your garland, you can do that in your tree. You can put those little rosemary potted trees in your house, which are great. So they bring in a little bit of scent without having a whole live tree in your house.
Wow, you got a future in this. Have you ever thought about being an interior decorator?
Just 27 years. Plug it away.
I love that. All right, we're going to go to break. Can you stick around just a couple more minutes?
Couple more minutes.
All right, just a couple more minutes. She's got to get to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Commander's Palace is calling. Steve will do some weather for us, and we'll all come back and join Colleen here at the tree in the living room in just a second. Stay with us. Thank you.
Well, these would make for great gifts. I think we're looking around. Colleen, thank you so much for coming by. You and your crew. This has been so much fun to see how we can decorate so easily.
We've loved it. We've thoroughly enjoyed it.
You got to come back.
I believed in what you said. You couldn't break those things.
I know.
And then that thing took a tumble off the tree.
From the top.
I think it actually scarred the floor. It's fine.
Anybody's ever done a tree with kids too? That's all you
Exactly.
No, that's so good.
Kids friendly. I love it. A symbol of peace. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, taking this time to come on with Johnny and let him ridicule you and have some fun. Yeah. Come back.
This has been a ton of fun. We've loved it. Absolutely loved it. Thank you.
Go visit them, a small business here in Baton Rouge, right off of Essen Lane, behind Ava Street Cafe. Fig and Dove. And we wish you peace and a great Christmas.
Okay.
Johnny, is it wine at 9 time?
Wine at 9, baby. Where's the cork or the wine?
We got two
Well,
bottles.
these are
Pick them
street
out.
top, so we're set.
Doesn't even need a wine opener.
Yeah. I keep hearing somebody's going to bring in glasses.
Well,
Just drink it straight out of the bottle. That's the way to do it.
You all went to college, right? I mean, come on now.
Sorry,
Just
we're not
look
as
at glasses.
polished as we should be. We're just drinking out the bottle.
I love it. I love it.
There you go.
have a great holiday weekend. Thank you for
Yes.
being with us all year, and we'll be with you again after the holidays.
I think we're still doing this in the new year,
I
right?
think so.
Hey,
I
don't
think
think there's
so.
any way of getting around it. Look, there's my Pinot Noir.
This is our pitch, bosses. Wine at 9.
Wine at 9.
Yes.